Hello, my name is Ronette McIntosh, and this is my digital career journey. These are my early years. I remember when I was about 6 years old, and I was standing in front of the church, and we was having some type of program, and they wanted to know what every child wanted to be when they grew up. And I distinctly remember saying that I wanted to be a lawyer. Only thing I would really think about at the time was just making my parents proud and saying the right word or thinking wherever I think I may be successful. And but most of all, I just wanted to help people. I've always been that type of child from day one. This is a high school I graduated from Del Castle Technical High School, and my sub major at Clarice Technical School was in dental hygienist. I hated it. It was not something that I really wanted to do. But it was just something that I was put upon because the class that I wanted was already full. But I ended up enjoying it in the end, and in the end, I learned a lot of good things. I was in what do they call it, VICA back in the day, Vocational Industrial Clubs of America, which taught us how to conduct meetings and things like that. So, and I graduated with honors. I received a scholarship to college, which I didn't go. I didn't go because I got off track. I got pregnant in 11th grade. I was about 17 years old, and I got off track, so I didn't end up going to school. So instead of going to school, I did go to school eventually. Excuse me, I did go to school eventually. I went to Dawn Career Center. It was called Dawn Institute, Dawn Training Institute back then, and it just taught you medical billing, processing, as well as yeah, billing and processing. Yeah, and also taught us how to conduct ourselves as like secretaries within the healthcare force. So it's basically was healthcare management. I worked for Cigna for a few years as a medical processor, as well. Well, it wasn't really a billing, but medical processor, and also, talked on the phone to the customers to help them out when they have problems with their claims. And then I worked for Cigna for probably about, I'm gonna say, 5 years. And then my husband decided at 35 he wanted to go into the military, which was a change for not just him, but for our whole family in general. When we got to, our first duty station was in Texas. The first thing I did was I applied for 50 million jobs and found not one. um, Distraught, distracted, in disbelief because I thought, hey, I worked for Cigna so long, I should be able to find another job, at least in the healthcare field, quickly. That did not happen. This what job was actually a blessing. I didn't even know I applied to it. When she called me up, I was like, TRICARE. Knew nothing about TRICARE, even though I was in the military. Knew nothing about TRICARE. But overall, when I went to the interview, they loved me, and I worked for them for about 3 years. Now, I will say this: I did get fired from TRICARE only because you had to get clearance, and I wasn't able to get the clearance at that time due to the bad credit. So, but I didn't end up losing my job until I was leaving to go to Germany. So this was the great move. We went to Germany. I hated every minute of Germany. I know everybody said you had an opportunity that most people don't get. Yeah, I understand that, but when you're there alone most of the time, um, it's not fun. It's not fun. But here in Germany, there were some good points. We traveled around. I don't remember any of these places that these pictures are in, but I know one of them was in Trier. I do remember that. That's true, not true. I do remember Trier. So the great movie. We went to Mannheim, Germany, and there I began to talk to people and communicate. Uh, I mean, my first job there. Um, During that time, I did Ashworth University, which is a school that basically goes according to you. However long it takes for you to complete the school, that's how long it takes. I did graduate with this school with honors as well. And then while working for Ashworth and being in Germany, I also My husband went to the computer lab, and in the computer lab, the guy was like, "Hey, anybody know anybody who needs a job?" So my husband volunteered me for this job. But let me tell you, this was the job that I really, really enjoyed. I was a digital facilities manager, and what basically that is I took care of the facility. It was like 104 computers that was there. But the best part of all that is I dealt with soldiers on a daily basis in training. Uh, just communicating when they just needed somebody to sit and talk to because they were frustrated. It was to the point where their first sergeants were sending them to me because I was just, I guess, I had a kind spirit and was able to communicate and talk with them and like counsel them basically. Even though I wasn't getting paid for it, I was still counseling. I've been counseling my whole. It's just counseling has been something that's been in my life, my whole life. This is something I just always have done. So Cigna CRGT is who I worked for, but it was somebody before that, but I couldn't really remember what their name was. But CRGT, it was a good company. A lot of the soldiers were very friendly. I dealt with a lot of upper management and as far as the military, like colonels and I was gonna say admirals, but I have first sergeants, captains. I even dealt with a lot of the civilian world where they wanted to come in and wanted to use the lab for classes and courses. So communication I've always had for everybody all the time. Um, well, and then when I came back to the States after German, I came here to Virginia, was our next duty station. Here in Virginia, uh, the healthcare job, the help desk job that I finally did take, I didn't want the job at first because they was paying me a lot less than what I was getting in Germany. In Germany, when I first came here, Germany and Fort Houston's here, were underneath the same contract, which was CRGT, and then we switched over to Enterprise. Well, in Germany, I was making $25 an hour. When I came back to the States, they wanted me to make $12. So it took me a minute to say, yeah, I'll do the job. It wasn't fun. I did not enjoy it, but I enjoyed the pay. So I came here and I worked at the help desk, starting like in 14, on the phone, as you can see in the black. I'm on the phone, on the phone talking to soldiers. I'm still dealing with the military, talking to soldiers about their courses, what the courses they need to take, if they whatever their computer might not be working properly, helping them to format their computers so that they can take the courses properly without any problems. Then and I was with the help desk probably for about I'm gonna say 6 years. So my pay did change dramatically, which was a blessing. Uh, so then I switched over to software tester and quality assurance, which that's where I'm in now. That's me with my glasses on. I was just coming back from vacation. I think I just came back from Cancun in that picture, and still dealing with soldiers. But now I don't talk to them directly. I take and I just basically look over the courses that they're taking, making sure that the courses were built correctly, make sure all the information in the courses work properly. And now I'm here at Grand Canyon, getting my master's degree in Grand Canyon. I'm sorry, that's not Grand Canyon. I'm sorry, master's degree. No, I'm getting my bachelor's. I got my bachelor's degree in Grand Canyon, in psychology. I graduated with honors, of course. This school was a turning point for me. Can I say psychology? What I wanted to do was actually be a psychologist. That is my ultimate goal, is to be a psychologist. So I went to Grand Canyon, start with psychology. That's where you had to start first. So, Region University, where I'm getting my master's degree, this school means a lot to me. Not just because I'm getting my master's degree, but that man sitting right there that you see, Simon E. Richardson Jr., which was my pastor before he passed, but he was also a professor here at Regent University. And I was like, I want to go back to school to finish up what I need to do, And that will come with AP. AP is her initials for assistant pastor. Her name is Martha Allen, and she pushed me, get up and go to school. Finish what you started. And I loved him so much. I'm underneath his son, but I loved him so much. I was like, he was a wonderful teacher to us, to his people, to his shepherds. Let's get it right. To his shepherds. He was very good to us. So I was like, I want to go under where he did, because if he learned all that he learned there, just imagine what I can learn. So these two are the contributors to me coming to reach it. And lastly, but never least, my supporters. Oh, these are my supporters. So in the first picture, it's just me and my husband and my sisters, my prayer warrior sisters. You know, they're my pushers. They're my pushers. Of course, my husband and my grandbaby, my father, my daughter. This but the picture with me, my son in his blue shirt, my sister. And you couldn't tell we were sisters. We look just alike. And of course, my mother. So these are my supporters uh, that support me through the mission. So whenever I get discouraged or don't feel like I want to be, don't think I can make it, I can call any of those people and they have my back. And that's my digital journey. Thank you. Have a good day.